Darman has finally responded to all of his recent controversy, but before we get into that, let me just quickly brief you on what all has happened so far. First, many recognizable Darman actors were seen protesting outside of Darman studios. They were protesting because they claimed that Darman doesn't treat them well or pay them enough. There's also some other claims, but we'll get into that later when we go over Darman's response. Along with protesting, many of the actors have taken to TikTok and other social media to call out Darman for his alleged mistreatment and hypocrisy. Now that everyone is caught up, let's get into Darman's response. So Darman posted this to his YouTube story, and it's very long, so you might want to get a snack because I'm going to go over all of it. He starts out by saying, "Hey Darman fam, recently there's been a lot of misinformation going around, so we thought we'd help clarify a few things. Please see our latest Instagram post for context if you haven't already. Myth 1. Darman did not show up to a meeting he promised he would attend. Truth. On Friday, January 13th, end of the day at 3:05 p.m., we received an email requesting a meeting. We were asked to respond by Monday, which was a national holiday, MLK or Martin Luther King Day, in regards to setting up a meeting." He then has an email that he shares, and it goes as following.
"It is for this reason that we, as a collective, now feel that it is imperative for our future work with the company to meet with you to discuss our concerns and hopes for how our relationship with the company will operate moving forward. We know how important Darman Studios is to you, us, and the millions of people who watch our videos around the globe. We want what is best for all parties. We look forward to having a constructive conversation in person with mutually beneficial outcomes. Please contact the elected representatives below by 12 p.m. this coming Monday, January 16th, 2023, to set a date and time for an in-person meeting. Thank you for your time and consideration. Sincerely, the actors who love what we do."
Darman then says, despite the short response demand, our head of human resources responded by Monday and he removed the names for privacy reasons. Then he shows an email that says,
"Hi, I'm Janessa, the head of HR. I was forwarded your email. I'd love to chat with you and other actors to hear any ideas on how we can make things better. I'll gather some dates and times at work and get back to you soon. Thanks, Janessa."
In response from the actor representative, it was stated, quote, "We would appreciate Dar and Ruben's attendance," unquote. It was never stated that it was required, nor does Dar typically attend these types of meetings. So Ruben, the head of our production, and Janessa, the head of human resources, scheduled to attend that meeting. Then there is another email that goes,
"Hi, Janessa. I'm sorry I didn't respond earlier. This went to my spam account. Thank you for the reply. We would love to set up a meeting as soon as possible. Looking forward to dates and times that work for you all. We would appreciate Dar and Ruben's attendance at the meeting. I hope this finds you well. Thank you."
During the meeting with our senior managers, the actor representatives showed up and were immediately upset that Dar was not there. We reiterated that the two senior leaders who were present would make sure the concerns got heard and requested feedback. No feedback was given during the hour-long meeting scheduled. The actor representatives angrily walked out after a few minutes. Because of the unsuccessful meeting, we then asked any feedback be put in writing and we tend to it as quickly as possible. We never received a response. From there, the protest started. Then there's another email, and I have to say I'm getting tired of reading the emails, that says,
"Hope all is well. We'd love to hear any suggestions you have. I did allocate an hour-long in-person meeting with myself, the head of human resources, and Ruben, the head of production, to hear out any of your concerns, but you refused to give us any feedback. So at this point, we request any suggestions you have be put in writing so I can review it with all necessary parties. Unfortunately, another meeting at this time will not be possible. Thanks and have a great weekend."
Now on to myth number 2, we voluntarily removed Carl's mural a day after it went up. And for context, Carl is a Darman actor who has sadly passed away. Truth, we were required by our property manager to take it down, and they're referring to the mural. We pleaded with management to keep it up, but we weren't allowed to. We are very sad it's gone and plan to recreate it once we have our future campus. Then there is another email.
"Hi Dar, sorry to hear that you lost one of your actors. This mural is a nice way to honor them, and I'm sure that his widow would appreciate the sentiment. I don't know how to say that word. Sentiment. I don't know what it says. You may keep it up for a short while, but please have the wall restored to its previous condition before the Thanksgiving break."
Now on to myth number 3, we don't issue 1099s to our actors. Truth, we pay actors through PayPal and PayPal sends them their 1099s. If any actor has not received any 1099, please contact PayPal. If actors need a summary of their own earnings, please reach out to our bookings team. He then shows proof that PayPal does issue 1099s. Myth number 4, we do not pay our actors. Truth, we wouldn't be in business for very long if we did not pay our actors. We pay our actors usually within 72 hours of a production wrapping, and we constantly receive praise about how quickly our payments are sent. If there is ever any issue over payment, our bookings team is very responsive and ready to rectify any issues. He then shows a survey response giving him praise for paying very fast. Myth number 5, we do not give our actors or crew members credits. Truth, credits are listed in YouTube video descriptions and on IMDb. If a credit is ever missing or a title is put wrong, we are very responsive in rectifying it. And then at the end of that, he shows proof that they give credits. Myth number 6, we don't take feedback. Truth, we are a very feedback-driven culture. We have 3 ways of giving us feedback. 1. The anonymous actors feedback box, which people can leave their opinions in. They're collected frequently and reviewed by management. We now have the option for people to let us know who they are so we can actually contact them and follow up on their feedback, but they can also choose to remain anonymous. He then shows this cute little feedback box. 2. After every production wraps, we send an email which has a link to an anonymous feedback form. Clicking the link takes you to the form. Any form submitted goes to the management who promptly reviews. He then shows everyone the form. 3. We now have an awesome guy named Daniel who walks around with his clipboard greeting actors and requesting any feedback as to how we can make their experience any better. Daniel comes from the hospitality industry and is great to work with. Feedback is reviewed by management. We do want to take a moment to say the anonymous feedback we get is overwhelmingly positive. Big shout out to our hardworking team. Myth number 7. We held an in-person event where we sold merch, profited from it, and didn't compensate our actors. Truth. At the end of last year, we held an in-person event to create a fan experience to celebrate our second feature film. It was a movie screening with a few hundred people. Tickets ranged from $25 to $100. Merch was not sold, it was given for free. All revenue went towards the expense of the event, no profit was made. We invited some actors to attend, and their attendance was optional. Myth number 8. We stopped working with actors because of medical conditions/disabilities. Truth. We take this accusation very seriously and it is simply not true. We work with many disabled actors and actors with medical conditions and frequently showcase them in our videos. We work with disability consultants and try to always cast authentically from the community to give voice to a wide range of diverse talent. We donate to foundations that support disabled people. We will continue to do our part in supporting the disabled community. Darman then ends this post by saying, quote, "We are saddened that this situation has gotten here. We will continue to focus on moving forward in a positive direction." That was so much. That was literally 18 story posts, y'all. But anyways, what do y'all think of his response? And do y'all actually believe him, or are y'all on the side of the Dhar Mann actors? Also, be sure to subscribe if you haven't, because this video took forever to make, and I will see you guys next time.